Hey everybody! This week on Saturday Scribbles, we're going to have some fun with splatter art. And in the preparation for Valentine's Day in February, I decided to make some hearts. I made some stencils with a box of tea. So if you have a box of tea, you can turn it into a stencil. And to stick it to the paper, I just had some packaging tape. And pro tip, if you're worried about tape sticking too much to the paper and you don't have painter's tape, just wipe it on your clothes a few times. So pop it on, rip it off, pop it on, rip it off until it's only slightly sticky, because we're going to pull these off pretty soon after we're done, so they don't really have to be sticky at all. I did try to seal the sides as best I could so that paint couldn't leak underneath, but a little bit leaked underneath. So if you want those really crisp lines, then maybe use some masking fluid or something of that nature rather than a stencil, or just use more tape. And for those of you who don't have paint, I did this with coffee first. So I put about a tablespoon of instant coffee in about 3 tablespoons of warm water and mixed it together so it's super dark. And then I took a pretty old coarse paintbrush to make bigger drops. And what you do is you just turn the brush sideways and you run your finger across the bristles. And you can kind of see what I'm doing. And so brush is sideways and run your finger across the bristles to cause splatter. And you want to do this relatively close to the page and try not to do it up into the page at that kind of angle, because then it can easily get under your stencil. So try to stay close and try to keep it at a downward angle. And then I also used a smaller brush to give tinier dots and just kind of space them out more. And yeah, you can do this with multiple colors. I would just wait for each color to dry unless you want them to blend together. Again, I just did this first part with coffee. Second part, I used the super cheap acrylic paint from Walmart, and you just mix it with a very small bit of water, like half a teaspoon, maybe a quarter teaspoon, depending on how much paint you're using. My mixture was a little too watery, as you can see, but it really depends on what look you're going for. And so I did this one with a little heart, and again, same process. I just ran my finger across the top, and I did this one a little more densely to make it stand out more. And again, you can do this with multiple colors. It's entirely up to you. The more, I think, the thicker bits should be around the very edge of your stencil, and then you can disperse it from there, but that way the shape is very clear. And don't do this wearing nice clothes, just in case, and your fingers will get super, painted on. I also did a little stippling technique if you don't want to splatter, but you still want that kind of explosion look. You can just stipple very gently, just like you would makeup, or if you don't know what stippling is, just look it up. But it's like very gentle tapping. And this is the final product. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you're able to make hearts of your own or whatever shape you want. Thank you.